Ladies and gentlemen, the 43-year-old farm animal, the GOAT, wins in thrilling fashion in Super Bowl 55. And when I say thrilling fashion, I mean dominant from beginning to end of that entire damn game. They were in control when nobody thought it was going to happen. They won by 3 scores. Everybody was predicting that that could potentially happen on the opposite way. Everybody was thinking that the Chiefs could blow the Buccaneers out of the goddamn water, but instead, an old, wily veteran team down there in Tampa, mostly recruited by Tom Brady, even though General Manager Jason Light and Bruce Arians did a fantastic job of assembling that squad. A lot of people went there strictly because Tom Brady was there. And all of a sudden, 1 year later, after having the most interceptions in the NFL with Jameis Winston and not making the playoffs for a long time, they are now Super Bowl champions. The team that had Antonio Brown join them without a home before that. The team that had a Rob Gronkowski who was retired doing whatever he wanted, wherever he wanted, by the way. He was a white tiger at one point, singing and dancing on The Masked Singer. He had a job on Fox for however many days he wanted to be on Fox. He was telling stories about how, hey, if you trade me to the Lions, I'll retire. His agent said that he's going to have a lucrative acting career if he wanted it. Everybody assumed that. Tom Brady leaves New England, and as soon as he gets out of there, Gronk's like, basically, I was like, hey, you ready? Let's go do this thing. Now, the T-Mobile commercial that they posted on their Instagram is probably the best commercial of the entire Super Bowl run there. Michelob Ultra had a little bit of a run there. There was a couple others, but the fact that Gronk came out of retirement to join him down there. Leonard Fournette, he gets cut by the Jacksonville Jaguars. He goes down there. Ryan Suckup was not on the team last year. They had to bring in another kicker. He joins the team. Everybody that scored last night was not on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1 year ago, and they somehow, in the middle of this COVID season where you couldn't even eat lunch at the same table, figured out how to bring everybody together, both the roster that was there from previous Tom Brady, BT, before Tom, and then the roster that became what it was, P-Tom, whenever he shows up. They were able to come together. Congrats to all the coaches down there. Congrats to all the players down there. And that defense somehow, some way, figured out how to never let the Kansas City Chiefs turn it on. Didn't score a single fucking touchdown in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Damian Williams, I think. Everybody that they have on their team, not able to score a touchdown. Now there's a couple drops, obviously. Patrick Mahomes made a play where he was flat, laying completely flat, sidearm toss, hits a guy in the face, gets dropped. They could have scored a touchdown there, obviously. There's a couple of touchdowns that they could have had that would have helped out with the over and everything like that. But Todd Bowles and that defensive line made Patrick Mahomes run for his fucking life yesterday. Something that we've never seen before. Now, earlier in the game, the Chiefs had Patrick Mahomes on the move. They understood that their offensive line might have been a problem because one potential tackle was not there the entire season because he's in Canada fighting COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Dr. Laurent
Duvernay Tardif.
Bingo.
Pronunciation may be wrong, but close enough.
Shout out to him. Then they get a couple other injuries. The Achilles goes on the other tackle, and then the Kansas City Chiefs looked at Jason Pierre-Paul, who's never lost a playoff game.
Whoa.
Unbelievable.
Somebody tweeted, and it was fucked up, and I should say their name. I don't remember what it was. It said he's lost more fingers from fireworks than he has playoff games.
Something to think about.
Somebody said that.
It's true.
Which, by the way, shout out to him because he made me stop holding fireworks and potentially losing my Vita Vea. They had him at defensive end for a couple of reps yesterday getting pressure. And Ndamukong Suh never won a Super Bowl. Been around a long time. Been close, never won it. He was dominant yesterday. Shaquille Barrett, who had one of the best grills I've seen in some time in his post-game interview, he said there was no way they were going to let this team beat them. He said he was going to feast or whatever, basically. They knew that going in there. Then Leonard Fournette says that Tom Brady was sending a text to everybody all week, hey, we will win. It felt like that team was on a different level than the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday. And you would never, ever would have said that going in because the Kansas City Chiefs is the Kansas City Chiefs. Just like the Cleveland Browns allegedly was the Cleveland Browns until they beat the Steelers and they were no longer the Browns. The Kansas City Chiefs is no longer the Kansas City Chiefs as of today.
Oh, no.
And although it's Overreaction Monday, I mean, people are saying, what if Patrick Mahomes never makes it to the Super Bowl?
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Now, Tony Romo said he's going to have to win 8. He's going to have to win 8. Tony. But there's a lot of pressure on Patrick Mahomes, and everything was seeming to be like, hey, he's got another Super Bowl. He goes ahead and slays the previous GOAT. Baton has been tossed. It feels like Tom Brady, who in his acceptance speech last night while winning the MVP yet again, said to his team, we knew this was going to happen, right? We'll be back, he said. 2 lines he said during that interview. That was incredible. That could be a problem for everybody. There's going to be a lot more ring chasers going down to Tampa now. No state tax, great weather. The team's already won a Super Bowl. They'll be able to do it again. Look for people to take pay cuts to either stay there or go there. Some of the younger guys on the team will go elsewhere because they'll have to go get paid, I'd assume. But do not worry about that because other players in similar positions that are older, more experienced, will be trying to get to Tampa. Just like people will be trying to get to Kansas City and hopefully do that. But let's not get crazy here. I mean, it's Overreaction Monday, so I guess we should a little bit. The Patriots got 15 players coming back.
Yeah.
They got like 15 players coming back.
Here we go.
The Steelers, they got their thing going on. The Colts, they potentially get a quarterback. They're going to be a good team. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and the Bills. I mean, the AFC has a lot of teams, and if this is a blueprint, by the way, on how you beat them in a big game, what happens to the Chiefs moving forward? What is their legacy going to be?